Well, hello there, or moin, as we say here in Germany. Welcome to Stitch-Ilonka. My name is Ilonka. Yes, it's spelled with an I, but pronounced with an E. And welcome to my channel. This is a channel all about cross-stitching and a bit of crochet that I might be showing you at the end of this episode. What? Me again? I am on a roll lately, aren't I? Yes, it has been a quite a wonderful and exciting time lately. I've been to numerous retreats and all sorts of things, and I've told you about them before. But today I want to actually show you what I have been actually stitching. Plus, I have been nominated for a challenge twice already, and I'm trying my best to keep up with it. And yeah, I had a lot of starts, and I want to show you what I have been working on. So I will have timestamps in the description box, and oh, and I also have, shame on me, a goodie bag that I got sent a few months back already. I'm so sorry, Toni, that I haven't shown it before. Which I will do in this video, so stay tuned. What am I, like an announcer or whatever? So let's start with my birthday start. Yes, I have been, it was actually my Flosstube anniversary in September. 2 years on this channel already, not on this channel, but on the main channel already. And yeah, on the 3rd of October, there was my birthday, and I started Libra by Nora Corbet, one of her wonderful star signs. She has a whole collection of all the star signs, and I got to know about her through Stitching Moon. And I started it on a 32 count Murano that has been hand dyed by a friend of mine, in this wonderful creamy color. And the funny thing is, like, her skin color is the same, more or less the same color as it is here on the fabric. And I also already started beading these beads, like this sign here in the middle are beads, and I started stitching them, like incorporating them when I'm stitching the cross. But I already ran into a problem, not a problem, but well, I actually thought that you were supposed to not just have one leg of the cross and then have the bead on there, because then the bead would not lie like this, but it would be like on an angle. So I went in the one direction, and then I completed the full cross, and so that it would be standing upright. The thing is just that it's not really visible, but they are very close to each other, and I'm not sure if this is a good look, or is it supposed to be like that? If you are like a bead stitcher, please let me know if I can, like, if you have a trick or something, how I will be attaching these beads on there before I go on with this. But yeah, and then nevertheless, I'm very proud of myself that I already started it, and it's on its way. And also had these little markers here so that I know how big it's gonna be, so it fits right into this 8x11 Q-snap. Next start I had was the Headless Horseman, and I chose this one because I was nominated by Chris Cross-Stitch, hi Chris, and by Karen the Needlebug, hi Karen, to do the Herbst challenge, the autumn challenge, that was kind of announced by, I'm not really sure where it originated, but I suppose it was from a French stitcher who, the idea is to nominate people not from your own country and not from your native language, so that we can, you know, branch out and learn about other other cultures, other Flosstubers from all over the world, because we have this wonderful feature now in YouTube that you can select the subtitles, and it will automatically translate the subtitles in whatever language you want, so that you can still watch a Flosstube in one of your languages that you are not familiar with, and that you can still follow it and read along. So I started stitching orange, and as you can see, I'm just going to show you again, this pattern has a lot of orange, and that's why I actually chose it. And I also chose it because you see the black rider in the middle and the tree and stuff, and that's all black, and that's like 6,000 stitches. And so I decided to stitch it on black, on a black 14 count Aida, and just leave the Horseman and everything out, and just stitch the circles, the surroundings, so that I can use the negative space, and that I have the black Aida shining through, and so that I will get around a few a few thousand stitches that I don't have to make. But can you please tell me why I am starting this one on black fabric in the middle of autumn, when the lighting is bad already, and you cannot really, you know, sit down anywhere but your own stitching nook where you have like lights and everything. But still, I mean, I'm very much, and it shines so wonderfully on this black fabric, the orange stitches. This is 160 stitches, so I am well on my way. Bear with me. The question that I have now is it okay if I make like 600 stitches and like cross stitches, and then make 600 crochet stitches in this beautiful orange bubble that I have here? Would that be not okay, or do I have to do like 1,600 stitches on this one? Please tell me. Oh, nominating, of course. I already nominated my friend Dawn, Frosty X Stitch, in my German video. She makes videos in German and in English. And the wonderful thing about her German is that she is from Switzerland, and she has this wonderful Swiss accent. And her current video is a recap of Stitch Basel. It's quite a long video, but somewhere in between, she was like, okay, I'm not filming this twice, so I might as well just, you know, skip between, like switch between English and German while I am showing you things. So like, if you want to improve your German, if you want to learn German, that would be a wonderful opportunity for you to watch her video, because she, you know, the same things that she says in German will then be repeated in English, and vice versa, so you can improve your German if you want to. And speaking of Basel, I already showed you this beautiful cushion, little design, and you can't really tell. I wanted to skew it so that you can look underneath the cushion. Well, better on this side. There has been, we've been gifted 2 skeins of floss that were hand dyed, or at least I don't think that the white one was over dyed, but look at that. I have, when I was putting on this t-shirt today to film, I was like, well, I'm wondering if I have something again that matches this t-shirt, and I do. Amazing. So this hand dyed is like a wonderful blue, green, yellow mishmash, and if you put it, like if you use 2 strands and put them like next to each other, they obviously have this very harsh how do you say it, gradient from one color to the other, as it is dyed like that. But I didn't really like that. I wanted to have it a bit more muted, so I chose 1 long strand and then just took it like double to have a loop start, and so that way the color variation is still there, but it's not as pronounced and not as harsh as it was on the picture of the pattern. Do I have my heart skipped a beat because I was thinking, do I have did I miss one? Yes, I did. Oh well, but still, I already started this, and it's stitched on a wonderful 32 count X2 Designs fabric that has also been gifted to us, together with the floss and the pattern in our goodie bag from Stitch Basel. So if you missed it this year, I know that Dawn has already put out a Google form to ask us if we want to have like another one next year, which will not be a full retreat, but just 2 stitching days, because of obviously like finding sponsors, packing goodie bags and all of that things, all of that stuff will be a lot of, or was a lot of work. She talked about that in her current Flosstube. And so yeah, if you find this this form somewhere, please fill it out so that they know that we want to have another stitching retreat in Basel. If not next year, then at least in 2024. Okay, and next one, the next start I have is a bit of an odd one. A friend of mine who also has a German Flosstube, Michaela. If you follow Chris Cross Stitch, you might have heard him mentioning her already. Michaela, he always says. She's a dear friend of mine, lives quite close to me actually now, which is wonderful. But she is very into beaded stitching, like the whole pattern, like the whole thing is just only made out of beads, not cross stitch and then beaded over, but completely out of beads. And she's trying to get me into beaded stitching as long as I can remember. And since it was my birthday and we met last weekend on a like a trade fair in Berlin, she gifted me a whole package of beads going along with and floss and needles going along with this pattern. I don't know why she knew that I like lighthouses. So anyway, yeah, this is this wonderful pattern, and now I understand why there was a huge bag completely full of black beads. But yeah, nevertheless, I started stitching the beads. And I'm going to show you. I started this on this panel, on this linen panel that has printed on seagulls that I got at a local needle shop here in Germany. And I decided to start down here and have the bottle go up until, it might go up until here somewhere. But I will not stitch the black surroundings, but I will leave it open so that is a see-through bottle. And I decided, because I am really not a fan of these pearls. I mean, of course, I mean, usually if you do this kind of stitching, then you would have like some kind of a mesh fabric. It's like, it's not just like 14 count or 11 count Ada, but it's, the holes are much bigger. The fabric is, you know, designed to be stitched on with beads. And of course I chose to do it on 26 count linen, which is almost the same, right? So it's very hard for me to find the holes that I would have to put the needle through so that I will not lose the count of where I want to go, if you know what I mean. So I decided to, or at least I think that I will do it the way, like I will stitch the bottle in beads, like a black and a black row and 2 white rows, and then another black row, and then have the lighthouse in there stitched as a normal cross stitch with normal floss, so that it still looks like the bottle is, you know, kind of coming off, like a 3D effect coming off of the fabric, and then the lighthouse is in there. What do you think? Would that be okay, Michaela? And are you nominated already? I think Chris nominated, I mean, he mentioned you. Well, you tagged him to do the challenge, so you obviously have been challenged as well. So yeah, this is going to be, this is my hilarious, wonderful new start on the lighthouse on the panel. My next start is something that I'm actually, that is going to be a long-term project. And as you know, I am one for long-term projects, not, oh my God. So I love samplers. I love looking at them, and I think they are beautiful and gorgeous and wonderful. I have never managed to finish my own, like a sampler. If you remember Jacob's Modern Folk Embroideries cell that he had last year, yeah, 2022. That's how far I am. I mean, Darcy, I don't know if you're watching. You probably are. You said to me that you were watching, you were just too lazy to comment. I see that. And I suppose if you have like a beer along with stitching and watching Flosstube, then you might not be able to, you know, type in a comment. I get that. So anyway, he pulled this out lately in his latest Flosstube that he posted yesterday or the day before, and we are almost more or less at the same position on this one. And I totally get him that it is, on the one hand side, it's kind of boring because you have like 1 or 2 colors. I have 2 colors here, red and gold, but there are a lot of elements that you would have to stitch over and over and over again. But on the other hand, you have like these tiny little finishes, like if you have this vase finished, if you have the deer finish and stuff. So you have like these tiny little finishes. But somehow, I mean, there were always other things to stitch and other topics to get to. So I completely fell out of, it completely fell out of my mind somehow. So I wasn't really working on this one. But this was a long introduction to what I was actually about to say. I showed you last time that I bought this beautiful sampler, which has got a very shitty photo on top because you cannot really, it's a photograph taken of the original stitching. So it's not really detailed and you cannot really see anything. But what I like about this is that it is colorful, very, very colorful. And so I was like, okay, there are only like 12, 15 DMC colors. And when I realized that, and I thought, well, I have so many DMC colors now, I might probably have them all in my stash and then I can just start. And when I actually looked through my inventory and I realized that I was still missing like 5 different colors, I was like, well, if I have to swap them out, then I might as well swap them out with something else. So I decided to stitch this one with, let me just pick up the bag that I already have. So I decided to stitch this with whatever colors I like and whatever colors I have. I have a lot of Weeks Dye Works colors that were left from other projects. I have like the thread gatherer floss that were gifted to me at one point. I have this floss that I was gifted from, this is silk actually, from Esther, the Danish stitcher, which I don't really remember where that was from. I have a lot of Color Fever hand-dyed, Color Fever hand-dyed flosses that I bought at the retreat, and that were also gifted to me from her when she started out. So I have so many beautiful, really radiant and colorful colors that I have lying around here and don't really know what to do with them. So I decided to dive into whatever I like that day and start stitching with it. So I started this one. And yeah, so this is already like a mixture of Color Fever, of silk and cotton floss. This one on the top here has been a Weeks Dye Works that I ran out of already. So I will be substituting this with a similar looking color so that I have a nice color gradient, because this is not just going over there, but still over here. Like, this is huge. You can see this 18 count piece of fabric. This is 18 count Aida. It goes till down here. So it's gonna take me a while, but you know, making it like this and deciding every time I sit down to stitch on this, deciding all new which ones I want to, which floss I want to use and which floss I want to play with now, might give me actually the pep that I need to go on stitching on this one. So the first row over here, right until over here, will only be crowns. Like, this is a huge row of different size crowns. So I will have a lot of fun with going through all of my flosses and deciding on what color I want to use for all of these beautiful crowns up here. And then when it comes to like people and what they are wearing and all of this stuff. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this one. Yeah, this is my Mustertuch von 1783, so it's like a sampler from 1783 from a private collection here in Germany, and this is sold, I'm not sure if it's sold overseas, but I got this from Handarbeitenkäse. I can link their shop down below, and it is a physical pattern, it's not digital. Still talking about Basel, I started this elderflower design that says SB 23 down there, Stitch Basel 23, and this is supposed to be a little scissor fob, so that you know, fold it over like this and sew it together and have like, or a little thing to hang off of, project bag, whatever. I actually finished this one, at least I finished the stitching. I still have to do the fully finished things, but still I am very proud of myself that I actually finally finished this. And I had 2 starts and finishes, so 2 safts. One start and finish was the Brandenburger Tor. That is one of our biggest, only one of our biggest monuments and sites here in Germany. That is, it's located in Berlin, and it marked like the center of the Iron Curtain, because through this Brandenburger Tor, on the one hand side, on the front side was the Western Germany, West Berlin, and on the other side was East Berlin. And this is a very huge monumental thing here in Germany. And I started this when we were at Tjakkes. I started stitching it in hand in the on the fabric that it came with, and it is finished. I'm not really, I should put it over here. Yes, so it's finished, and the back stitching is really cool. Worked very fine, and the horses look great also. And I actually finished this and wanted to give it to a friend of mine who I stayed with last weekend when I was in Berlin. But I actually decided to kind of finish it a bit more. And I am not sure if you overseas or wherever you watch me know that we have like very strong environmental warriors here in Germany, if you will. We have young people gluing themselves down with like very strong tacky glue, like 1 second glue, and they glue themselves on the concrete, like on the floor, on motorways, on streets, in front of buildings. Even there were a few people gluing themselves to concert halls. Like they got up and went to the to the conductor and then glued themselves to the conductor's table. And they were, you know, really trying to raise awareness of the climate change and global awareness. And these kind of people have been known to kind of mark certain businesses with orange paint. And they also painted, like they sprayed orange paint on the Brandenburger Tor, here on the pillars. And I don't know what kind of paint they used, but the paint is still there. They cannot get it off. And it's been there for a few weeks now. And so I think of actually, you know, taking a few more orange, in the sense of the autumn stitching challenge, a few more orange pieces and just, you know, decorate the Brandenburger Tor a bit orange and then finish it and give it to my friend. I'm quite sure that she will appreciate it. Another start and finish was this lighthouse Oh, the lighting is much better than this morning when I filmed the German one. This was from a kit, from a Russian kit that I was gifted in April, and I didn't use the fabric that was in it, but I used the ancient fabric that is that I bought from Picture This Plus, and I think it looks wonderful. Like the hand-dyed aspect of it, it was just perfect with the beach vibe and the cloud vibes here. So yeah, I think it's just a nice little tiny finish to get me into the mood of stitching again and actually finishing something again. So the mood is still there. Another start and finish was this Strandkorb. How do you call these? Like a beach chair, but is a very typical kind of beach chair that I have only ever seen in Germany. Have I seen this type of beach chair anywhere else? I don't think so. So I stitched this beach chair on this long ribbon type fabric. It's 25 count linen. And this one was gifted to me by a friend because we actually wanted to stitch our Stechmücken, like our mosquito logo on it. But there's still enough left for that. I wanted to stitch the beach chair on it, and then we'll also stitch some more of these beachy houses that I have from the same company, Liebevolle Kreuzstichentwürfe. I've already talked about them in my last video. So there are a few of these houses, and they're not really that tall. I mean, this one took me 2 days to finish it, and I hope that they will not take up more time. And then I will have like a nice little beachy scene on this wonderful banner that has the blue also in it. And to, I mean, look at all of these things that I have been stitching. Isn't that amazing? And I have also made good progress on my little sewing machine that I've shown you last time. I'm almost finished with the black body of the sewing machine, which looks like this. No, it's that way. And I am very pleased with the way that the black is actually covering the fabric. It's 2 strands over the 32 count vintage mocha linen. And I have had a lot of time stitching on that while I was waiting with my father during his doctor's appointments. He had a surgery a while back, and now he is well, he's fine. It was a planned procedure. He got a new foot, as I always like to say it. He got a new, like a new prosthesis in his joint. Like if that's the foot, this joint here. So not a knee or a hip replacement, but like a replacement of this foot joint. I don't know what do you say to that? Anyway, so we had a lot of time sitting there waiting for all of these things, and that was very, very wonderful for me because I had a lot of time going back and forth with black. And so yeah, this is actually I'm actually quite pleased with the amount of stitching that I've done on this one. Now, let me show you what my wonderful friend Toni gave me a few weeks back. I remember she wrote to me and she was like, I want to send you something to cheer you up because I've been offline and working a lot and stuff. So I was very happy that she actually contacted me, and it all came in this wonderful bag that's actually a lot of, you know, Great Britain, Big Ben and double-decker buses and stuff. And cats, but still, I mean, it's Europe, right? Not if you ask the English people, but to me, it's still Europe. So anyway, it came in this wonderful bag, and she gave me, of course, she's from Texas, a, what's it say? Fixing to be Texas. So it is like a handbook of if I ever come overseas and visit Texas, so that I know to that I know a few things about Texans, because as I understand, they are a very particular breed of Americans. There are wonderful I don't know, sayings and expressions and jokes in here that I have been laughing a lot while going through this. So thank you a lot. I'm just not sure if me as a tourist, if I make the same jokes, that if it's still appropriate if I make the same jokes. So I might be holding back on that when I come and visit you one day. And it also came with, of course, a wonderful postcard. And some lovely writing. Thank you so much, Toni. Chenille trim. Actually, 2 of these. Okay. I was actually wondering what to do with those. I suppose these are vintage. They look kind of like the packaging looks old. I don't want to, you know. Chenille trim. This is actually good for finishing, like if you have cushions or stuff that you can finish off things. It's like some kind of felty ribbon, and also of course in wonderful colors that I love so much, lilac and like lavender, blues and teals. Very cool. 100% rayon. It came with some brushes. It came with some brushes in case I want to pick up my watercoloring again. It came with some more floss. Let me just pick this all up. I don't know. Color and cotton. Egyptian color and cotton yarn. I'm not sure. I know of this brand, but I'm not sure if I've ever had something of them. With these wonderful colors. See, I can, you know what, Toni, these go into my stash for my sampler right away, so that I will use these for the next crown that I'm stitching. Also this one, Ship's Manor, Tidal Wave, colored, shipsmanor.com. I'm not sure if they still make yarns or what they do. Also this wonderful beachy, bluey, wavy color. What's this? Oh, silk. This, I suppose these are dinky dyes, right? Let me just peel back the, yeah, it's a dinky dye color. Hot pink, wonderful. Thank you. And it also came with sulky yarn. Where's the sulky yarn? Let me just see if I can find it. Yes, I found them. Sulky, these 3 colors. I'm seeing a pattern that, look at this. It's almost the same color again. See a pattern there. They also go into my sampler stash. And you know what I found funny about this? I know now that sulky yarn is German, actually. That there is a German company, Gütermann, who bought sulky, or did sulky result from Gütermann? I don't know, but anyway, it's a German company, and I find it so funny that it must have gone from Germany to the US somehow, where you bought it and then sent it back to me to Germany. So they have seen miles, and I'm very much looking forward to using them on my sampler. Some more stickers. Oh my god. I'm actually in the process of deciding on what kind of calendar I have for next year. What does it say on here? Unicorn power. Yes. These kinds of stickers. And actually, you know, looking at these stickers now, I'm really, yeah, I really need to pick up a nice calendar so that I can keep better track of when I am stitching and what I am stitching to motivate myself not to lose sight of stitching in all these crazy times that are probably coming up soon. And also, what is this? 100% rayon, panache, needlepoint, 13 to 18 count cross stitch, 11 to 18 count, made in China. Okay. It's very shiny and it's very slippery. What kind of trim is this? It's like pearly yarn, but it's thinner than the pearl yarn that I'm used to. What kind of yarn is this? If you know, please let me know. And then, of course, there had to be some patterns. This is one by La Di Da. Auspicious Hope, in the dream, in the sweet garden grows, in thy, oh, wait. Auspicious Hope, in thy sweet garden grows, wreath for each toil and charms for every woe. And it looks like this. A beautiful little... I mean, my English is quite good, right? But I am not too sure if I understand what this sentiment actually means. What is auspicious hope? I suppose it's something like, hold on tight, it'll get better. Is that the notion that this gives? Please let me know. But it looks beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And the last one, of course, had to be a Lighthouse. And I suppose this is an old dimensions kit. And I am not sure how old. It says copyright 1995, Dimensions Incorporated on the bottom. And I will not be opening this up. It's not a resealable oh, it is a resealable package still, but I will not open this up. I will, it's like, you know, it's like when you have like Star Wars toys, you will not take them out of the box. You need to have it in mint condition. And that's what I think about this Dimensions kit. It is so, I'm very, very happy that I have this one now, and I will not be opening and stitching this because this is already quite old. I was still in school. 95. Oh, 95 was the 25th anniversary of my parents. And we were on a cruise where my brother met his now wife and mother of his children. That was 1995. Interesting. Just not thinking about it. So yeah, I will keep this in mint condition and will not touch it. Thank you so much, Toni. As I said, Toni the Stubborn Stitcher. She hasn't made a video in quite some time, but still, if you want to rewatch her old videos, I'm going to link her channel below. And she's a delight. She's a delight. We've been on Zoom calls a few times, and I like her very much. And I'm so, so happy and grateful that I got this wonderful happy mail from you. Thank you so much. I think that is all for today. I'm happy that I could actually show you something that I stitched, and I'm happy that I could show you that I am well on my way with the autumn challenge. And I hope to see you very, very soon. So have a good time. I'm not promising anything when I will be back, but I hope we will see each other very, very soon. Stay happy, healthy, wise, and well, as Morty would say. And talk to you soon. Bye.